when Oparanya is the Minister for Planning and National Development back on his original seat. Jared, vipi?
Niko poa Bernard. Thanks, the panelists. I watched what was happening between Mata Karua joining Azimio, but I was looking on what louds he used. One, one thing we have to appreciate is that Mata Karua has been able to lead NAC Kenya without hearing any problems there. And one thing I realized that she uses the neck for every decision. She don't just go by that she owns that party. She co-owns with the rest of the members, and that's why we don't see much noises from NAC Kenya, and like other these parties where just somebody makes their own decision by themselves. So I was very happy that even when they come to the decision, it was a neck which was following on what the NDC had passed. But also there was something which was there. In their resolution there, first they gave the no, the formal notes that they have quit Oka. So that brings that it's not Oka coming to Ashimio, but it is an individual as NAC Kenya coming, which means she negotiated wherever she negotiated with the Baba by herself. And this is also another thing. Very wondering why Karonso could not be there in this negotiations as the de facto of Oka Kenya, Oka Alliance. That was very funny because later on you saw Baba with Karonzo, so I was very surprised that he was not there. That tells you that Imata was negotiating by herself with our party, and if you see the route she went through Baba, while Karonzo is going through Uhuru. So I think this one has been already settled. So there is no Asimio Oka that was in Karonso Musyoka's imagination. I hope that that one is settled so that we move forward. But I liked what Mata Karua brings to the table. It completes that the worry was that if she goes on the other side, then they could say that at least they have somebody who has gone to the trenches. If you realize today, none of whether we call it Kenya Quiza, none of them has ever been to the street. Everybody has always gone through somebody to get something. So that tells you that they never fought for anything. All they waiting for Moi milk to drink. If we come to what happened to Marara, it's good for Marara. Marara knew what he was doing when he was making all of those ultimatums that Mudavad has to be the running mate. Marara was trying to send a message that, hey, I'm the one who is calling the shots. So he negotiated for himself. So UDA had to give in and say, hey, we're gonna give you the position we promised you. This was already been there before ANC, who is that somebody I think is this was a pre-negotiated before they went to UDA that Marara will be the governor. But all the work Karwale, I sympathized with the man. The man has gone through much. The man started seeking the governorship of Kakamega while Marara was an MCA. And now to leave it for him. I think I could have wished that he did not even go back to say that I'm going back to be a senator. Maybe I'm just going to campaign for the deputy president, hoping that he will get something else. But it was very sad going through what he has gone through, from Kibira throwing stones, from him in Kakamega telling the deputy president how they're going to run the government, where he's the president, is the governor, to get the agriculture ministry. Uh, it was so sad. And now I've just seen one of those checks which Francis Atwoli has already said that you take to the bank, that he can never be a governor. So, but it was bad. As a human being, I think whether it is negotiation, I think that one, I don't know how he could sleep the night. But he could have known that this is coming. What is funny is that yesterday, I think it's yesterday when they were in Narok, if you add what the deputy president was saying, he was asking Naroko people, do you want people to sit in a room, few people, to decide for you who is going to be the president, or do you want yourself to decide? And this is the learning code they have been going around. Now it beats logic that these same people will go to a room, few people, and they choose a leader for Kakamega. You wonder if sometimes uh, they play these things in TV so that the deputy president can sit and see. Sometimes he takes that Kenya is, in fact, when he says "Hakuna wajinga Kenya," he means that kuna wajinga Kenya, because he cannot be saying this and then he goes back. That's the same thing. So we're gonna see how it's gonna go. But I agree with WG, my brother, that this is where even Asmio has to go. The reality has to come that we would have to go. If Vincent can unmute, that would be nice. Yeah. So we need to get the consensus, more especially in my hometown of Kisii, where I think that very soon those who are looking for jobs, which I do believe that most of those candidates, uh, the likes of Professor Samungweli, they are trying to look for jobs. So I hope that they will come and give it in, and now we don't have so much, so that we can have a competitive, where there will be one candidate from UDA and one candidate from Ashmio. So we don't have the cut. If we can do that, if Ashmio can do that and encourage UDA also to do that, then we will know who actually won, because there are so many people who win by chances. So we would encourage that one to be done, more especially, as I've said, in my home counties of Kisii. I don't think Nyamira has a problem, but in Kisii, that's all I have for today. I don't want to say much on what else happens on the other side. That's for Karonsa. I don't have to say anything.
Jared,
That's it.
Bernard, I have a question for Jared.
Thank you, Jared. What is the question, WG? And you have broken the rule.
Pole. Forgive. So, Jared, I just wanted to ask you, not from your presentation, but generally, could Martha Karua's move towards Azimio after a long period of, you know, checking and studying the ground, could this mean that she has seen the blow of the wind and is just aligning herself towards a sure bet by coming to Azimio? Could that be the point?
No, in fact, as Baba said, that she had no choice other than to join this group. What was happening, I think, is that there are people who spoiled our sister or our mother, Mata Karua, that she's a deputy president designate. So she was trying to see how she comes in. Uhuru was not calling to say, hey, you are the one. I think that must have been the reason why she joined Oka. Remember, Oka was going to negotiate as a team. But now, instead of negotiating as a team so that they can be given even the running mate, then they can see, she knew that being from Mount Kenya, then it will come, as Oka now say, who is the probability. She found that Kalonzo is actually taking all this so that he can negotiate for himself. I think that's why you saw he could not go with Kalonzo and decided that he will, she will negotiate by herself. I do believe that she was going for two things: either the governorship of Kirinyaga, or she got to a point where she still believes that she should be the running mate designate. She saw from the other side there was no route because Anu Waiguru was already there. So from here, Kalonzo was going ahead. Remember that you have to go by what she has said before. She said in Oka, they came together so that they can negotiate as a team, but they never chose who was leading that team. But when she joined Oka as the kingpin of Mount Kenya, wherever forum. So I think that's where she started now. She might be talking by herself, saying, hey, I might have a chance at least to negotiate by myself. Hopefully that they will arrive to that. I have said before that it could be nice to have a woman running mate, because what will happen is that then people will not look that she's from Mount Kenya, but she will be a woman candidate. The only suspicion we have, or people will have, is because of what William Ruto has done. That might be a route which Martha Karua can happily go if he stands and says, I don't want PPI, or I don't want these other things. Those stands, that's what brings difficulty for people to settle for her. But I would wish to see her working on a position where she can even kick out for corruption. I hope that she can get a stake. But with what William Ruto has already done, I don't think we should stay away from her as a deputy. You want a loyal deputy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jared. I think that settles that. Let me quickly respond to John Obunaka. Am I from Kakamega? Yes, I'm from Kakamega, and I am fully aware of the politics on the ground.